Catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Anthony Davis.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. The post pair for him will be Williams and Holmgren. And it's Dort in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, Williams is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Russell. Then it's Connect. And it's James in at the shooting guard. We know MP never misses a chance to show up for his team's fans. And this season, he's going the extra mile by committing to winning every home game he plays in. That's a pretty bold objective.
And I have to respect MP's attitude, taking aim at such an ambitious goal. Being rock solid at home is going to take a lot of focus and hard work from this squad. But if anyone can lead them to being one of the more dominant home teams around, it's MP.
Time now to head over to David Aldridge for some information about MP.
Thanks, Kevin. MP talked to me about the importance of today's game. He said we know we need to be in a better position than last season, and it's up to us. We have to win these games at home. No excuses. They are locked in and focused today. Kevin?
Boy, doesn't it sound like a DA? Wow, that's something else. Good stuff. Here we are, Brent, right in the middle of the season now. How do players stay mentally sharp during this time of year?
Well, it's really coming down to a lot of what the support staff can do for your team. Physically, you want to be in the best condition you can. So are you getting your massages? Are you taking care of your treatments? Are you getting in the weight room to make sure your body is not atrophying in any way? You keep that strength that you put on in the off season. All these little things add up to you maintaining a level of performance and consistency that your teammates and yourself can rely on, Kevin.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. First free throw is good. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's
been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. Good work there as it goes.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
Well, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Williams. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pocket 6 over Russell. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters, and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Now here's Caruso. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pass to Connect. Back to MP. Lakers working the ball around now. Russell with a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, this becomes the D-Lo zone right now, and he's got the kind of range to step back even further.
Now let's go to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Taylor Jenkins.
immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. All right?
Thank you, David. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
It's well in.
Changing it up here. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Chet Holmgren.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying his team with his scoring.
Now, here's Richardson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Williams to end the run. And it's Russell with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Squeeze, like slam the door. Like, instead of putting like a big up shit, like, why don't you go out the house? Like,
46 seconds left in the first quarter. From down in the low post, it goes.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Holmgren kicks to Williams. Puts it up from 15. And that's off the glass and in. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Los Angeles.
Down low, here's Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Williams with the ball. His last outing with 20 points. But 3 drills it from outside. Williams has got 7 points.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Los Angeles on top by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out.
See, he stopped up or he just running.
He's doing all right. We got him.
But yeah, that's that bad. When it started putting it hot, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse and worse. Now my shit be nighttime.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Richardson outside. Pass to Baldwin. Holmgren the screen.
If he playing this fucking heat, gonna take her ass out.
Baldwin kicks to Caruso. 6 to shoot. Holmgren in the
nice
corner.
fun ball back there. That one was so good. He had that one.
Vanderbilt with the block.
Oh,
Reeves with it.
Dude,
And
fucking
Richardson pick it
that
up.
hurt. One ain't really help her like fun ball.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Connect. No good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Jazz was terrific. He added 29 points and with 6 rebounds. Just another of what has been a string of terrific games from him. He's been really rolling. Guys?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
It is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Holmgren gets the bucket. And it's 8 points for Chet Holmgren.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And stolen by Caruso.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Topic. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They're really bucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
1:29 left in the second quarter. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. That shot's off. He's made half and missed half of his 8 shots. Reeves the pass to MP. MP strong inside.
That's just too easy for MP.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
On the court, your height squad. It's now time for a T-shirt giveaway. Let's hear you get loud.
It's a sad situation. Shannon Sharpe, somebody I work with a couple of days a week. Shannon Sharpe is somebody that I brought to years ago. Works on First Take, which is on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. He's been with me every Monday and Tuesday. We've been number one for 13 years and counting. But since Shannon has
The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season. And of course, the Lakers. They're at the bottom of the conference.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've had an interesting season for sure.
They're
competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
First Take, which is on ESPN.
Thunder leading by 3.
From 10 a.m. 12 noon Eastern Standard Time.
Here's Williams. It's hauled in by MP.
Been with me every Monday.
MP's got 4 rebounds in this game.
13 years and counting.
James
Since Shannon has brought him, obviously he's helped the show immensely.
MP against
and I can't thank him enough.
Williams kicks to Russell. Shot clock at 6. From deep, James.
He's going close.
It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
I certainly
inside. Deflects the pass.
I know he's been
it's
through a lot.
By Davis.
Light. So come a lot of things.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thunder out in front.
I was more than
ending the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
What I know, based on the reports, and and I can speak about ESPN. To be clear, even though this podcast, this YouTube show is owned and operated by me solely.
Welcome, everybody, and a
It doesn't
good
mean
half
that I'm
underway in
going
this
to
one.
be
The Thunder
dismissive
battling it out tonight.
Of ESPN.
That has been the key for them so far.
Who employs me
They've
in my
got a nice
daytime job
spot
on
for their
first aid.
second unit, especially.
So I sit here before you.
And they've needed every bit of that bench production. It's been the
certainly root
difference.
for a letting you know that they are aware.
And the next topic to
That this
touch
is the
on,
subject that
a
I'm
look at which players might be appearing in the upcoming dunk
Should I owe
contest.
them that courtesy?
Definitely some explosive.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
You bring up the NFL structure with college now because they're money. They're making millions of dollars. I think down in Miami, what's the Carson Beck?
4.3, 4 points in value.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be
So,
a
like,
quick
you
one
bring
as
up
both
the
teams try to keep
comparison
it
of what they're doing. They're
Jalen
really
Green
getting
with strong
NFL money.
contributions so far in this one.
Well,
that's
we'll find out if they were able to find an answer.
Do they watch the game against us?
Easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Case in point of what you just said. Yeah. And it's not. I never get mad.
Gilgeous Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder.
Get it.
It's a three-point game. Close the Denver Nuggets after this one. Starting a three-game homestand with that game.
That's
You've
somebody
got
tell me.
Davis,
And some areas,
D'Angelo Russell out there with James.
guys,
Then it's Williams.
go on the yacht and give
And
me the
it's
money.
Connect
And I'll
at the
take
small
it.
forward position.
Bring up
That's the
the
Laker
NFL
five.
structure with college now because they're in the contract. They're making money. They're
Williams
making
double team.
millions of dollars. I think down in Miami, what's the Carson Beck?
4.3, 4 points in value.
That one on Williams.
What heart by MP going through contact there and converting.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Outside, Dort. And here is Caruso. Now, here's Dort. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gilgeous Alexander, and he converts the layup.
Gilgeous Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
Lakers trail by 5. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. Caruso, the pass to Holmgren. Good defense by MP.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Williams kicks to Gilgeous Alexander. And the rejection by MP. And the ball goes out of bounds. That's touched by MP. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Miami's been really good at turning. Miami. No mistake. Miami's been. And Miami's been really good at turning.
Now we get a chance to check out Chet Holmgren. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging about 23 points per, 10 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Lakers trail by 5. Pass to Williams. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
That one goes. Count it. Holmgren's got the lead up to 7 now for the Thunder.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Pass to connect. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Launches a 3, and it's connect. That time on the assist from Williams.
D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Outside, Dort. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City. And the rejection by MP. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise and a competition.
At the line for 2.
The ruling on the floor stands.
NBA rules.
Now, where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. I know a lot of people are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
Vanderbilt the pass to Williams. Tries again. They shoot again. The shot no good. Good D by Holmgren. Here's Hood-Schifino. And it's good off the back rim and in. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
I think MP saw that little gap there and then was really clever to exploit it with an on-target pass.
Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Williams. It's MP muscling his way for 2.
More points for MP, and you just think about the possibilities of this young player moving forward. He is something.
Outside Williams. Over Vanderbilt. The Thunder with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the team. This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Outside, Dort. Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
This is his second trip to the line.
But it's crazy.
He's at nearly 80% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
And money from the stripe. SGA could close his eyes and knock that down.
Jordan Moore. He's checked in for the Lakers. Hachimura comes in for D'Angelo Russell. And then for Oklahoma City, Richardson comes in for Jalen Williams. And Baldwin subbed in for Dort.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Against Reed. So both teams making some changes here. And the free throw, no good.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
So for Oklahoma City right now, in the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. And it's Holmgren in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, the interior defense holding nothing back, but MP goes right at him.
I wore 6 in high school too. And we all know like what happened to Kyrie. And I just feel like just being able to honor his legacy and then the impact that he even had on me. Like the guy was a competitor, ultimate competitor, and like kind of just is that extra motivation when you look down and you say, "Dang man, like I got on that 6 and my brother living through me at the same time." And just how they have those same things where they say like football is bigger than you. So just looking at it like talking to his little brother, like if you go look on the screen
and the first one.
What I love about MP,
6, but
his work ethic. He's someone that wants to keep getting better
able to talk
and
to his
better.
family,
And the
talk to
Lakers
his dad,
making a change here.
his mom, which is
James is checked in.
At the end of the day, Terry, I didn't forget about that. I wore 6 in high school too. And then we all know like what happened.
No good on the second free throw. Thunder trailing by 7. Here's Caruso. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Lakers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
MP finds Russell. Back to MP. Shoots outside James. There's the 3. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. MP's got 6 assists here tonight.
And that's what makes MP such a team player.
Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Russell dishes to Davis. On the wing, MP. He's guarded by Williams. Williams double team. From deep, James. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. You can't get that one. In the corner, it's James. Back to Williams. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. MP's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers.
Another one for MP, giving the fans their money's worth here.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Russell. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded closely. Williams can't hit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Lakers.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
He loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Here's MP. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And the rejection by MP.
Oklahoma City ball. Now into the lineup for the Thunder, number 3, Peter Martin. Patrick Caldwell, 3-point.
And so the Lakers take the win. Some good moments throughout this one.
Another game, another win. Have to work tomorrow.
Why would you ever leave Nike? They're the GOAT.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Coming right up, the Lakers taking on the Clippers. For the Lakers, they've won just 4 games out of their last 10, and they know they can do better. This team has talent, and they'll try to bring it all back together and get things on track with a win. Clippers, Lakers, coming up next, right after this. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Anthony Davis.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. Williams is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, Williams is out there with Connect. Then there's James. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Davis in at center, locking down the middle. Well, there are always trades this time of year, Clark. But we rarely talk about the human aspect of these moves.
That's a great point, B.A. You know, these guys integrate into their communities. They create bonds and friendships and connections. Their kids go to school and make friends. And then if they're traded, all of that is disrupted. So it's often overlooked, but it's a real part of being a pro basketball player in the NBA.
Draymond.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Well, as the saying goes, gotta give the people what they want. MP is looking to reward his hometown fans' dedication by putting on a show. And most importantly, bringing home a win. Not just tonight, but he's determined to win a ton here at home.
The MP is making a point. Protect the home floor, establishing a home court advantage, and that's something this team wants to get set in stone. MP hopes this is a goal that will be adopted by every player on his team for a season-long effort.
Here's Christie. He's been contributing over 15 a game. Uses the glass on the layup.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight. Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
That one's good for two.
Yeah, from getting a solid screen to being ready to shoot, MP does it all in one smooth motion.
McCollum, the pass to Williams. Back to McCollum. Zubac, screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Christie. And it's all from three-point range.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
It's good. MP's got his second basket of the night.
I like how assertive MP is down there. No question that he's got the skills to score in the paint.
Inside. Pass to Christie. The 3. Williams grabs the board. The Lakers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
When MP uses his vertical like that, I can get with it. I mean, athleticism should not be wasted.
Here's Christie. McCollum looking it over. Pass to Williams. From downtown, that's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum.
When Williams stretches his range beyond the arc, it makes it tough on defenses.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Heat got the job done. He picked up 38 points, and he was his usual self on the glass, piling up the rebounds. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Hood Schifino's checked in for the Lakers. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Joe's checked in for Hauser. Zubac passing. To Christie. Here's Joe. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Lakers have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And we got a chance now to check in with Shams Charania, who's got some fresh news from Houston. Shams, what's new with the Rockets?
Thanks, Brian. They really wanted to land Dante DiVincenzo, and now they've done it. The sharpshooting guard can be explosive from three-point land. He figures to be a key cog in their offense. He plays with a passion and effort level that's sure to fire up his new teammates.
Well done. Appreciate the report, Shams. Thanks. Here's Williams. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. From outside the arc. Goes up again. Zubac's shot is off.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
A nice shot by Hood Schifino.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
McCollum against Russell. McCollum outside. Lets it go from deep. The Lakers for the rebound. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. McCollum outside. Will it go? Oh, MP with a block.
Love the defensive stand by MP right there. Got the position he needed and sent it back.
And Williams punches it home.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Lakers. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. We'll be back in a moment. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from the Lakers, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
So, on the floor for the Clippers. They've got Isaiah Joe. He's out there with James Harden. And it's Looney in at the center position. Harden misses.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
James can't get it to go.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Brown passes to Harden. To the inside. Here's Joe. James with the rebound. The Lakers lead by 9. Back to Williams. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
You can see why he's not really known for his touch around the basket with that one.
Got it. Harden's got his first points of the game.
Harden is one of the most lethal penetrators in the game and excels at finding lanes to the rim.
And MP throws it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Reeves comes in for James. Zubac, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Hauser. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, B.A. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play, trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
Harden scanning the floor. Joe takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Pass to MP. On the wing, Davis. Now here's Williams. On the wing, Davis. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. The drive by Harden. Now Zubac. Left side, Harden. Nice. Gets his 2nd bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden. So much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
Grant Williams, a bit of a jack of all trades, Clark. He always provides a spark.
Yeah, he's an ideal guy to have in your rotation, whether he's starting or coming off the bench, because he gives you a lot of positive production at both ends, and you can get under the skin of the opponent, too, which isn't always a bad thing. Gives you everything he has and fits in nicely with whatever role you give him.
Rebounded by the Lakers. Last time they met was right here, and they were able to come out with a win.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meet. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
That's in to the hard way for MP.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Changes here for the Lakers. Connects checked in for Strother. James comes in for Reeves. And Russell is subbed in for Hood Schifino. McCollum outside. Williams into the lane. And the shot goes in. Williams has got 5 now.
Even though he's 6'6"-ish, Williams plays big inside. He's not afraid to go up against the big boys.
To the paint. Here's MP. Misses the baby hook. Clippers trail by 11. Pass to McCollum. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of this one. Good D by MP. The Lakers have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. MP converts on the break.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Pass to Christie. Here's Williams. Oh, Williams with the block.
Great job by MP tracking the ball and then sending it back.
James finds MP.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
Now McCollum. 20 points for him last game against Phoenix.
And his free throw numbers tell you a lot about his performance. He was very aggressive.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers going into the break up 12. Defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break.
19. Please direct your attention to center court. And
try your movements.
Ready for the fans.
Try your movements. You hot? Hot, ain't you? Get some water. Cold water.